I actually hadn't thought about it before, but there are massive numbers. Income tax, national insurance, council tax, value added tax, road tax, fuel tax, excise tax, which is again on excise goods, customs tax, environmental taxes, insurance premium tax, we have to pay insurance premium tax now, stamp duty taxes, capital gains tax, pension lump sum tax, you get taxed on your pension lump sums now, inheritance tax, but there's a whole raft of new ones now, ULEZ, and by the way, Angela Rayner has said that's now coming to a town near you, did you know that?
She said that a couple of years ago,
Yeah, well, she said it again.
Yeah.
Clean air zone tax and pay per mile tax is coming now as well. All these taxes now, and these are not unusual, obscure taxes, Nick. These are taxes that are hitting you and I on a daily basis, basically. Tax currently is now its highest since, guess when?
Second World War.
Correct. 1949, tax was 36.5% of national income. And it's now higher than that, or as high as that now. And that was tax for a country trying to rebuild itself from the ashes.
Yeah.
Our tax now, so 40% tax now is not the province of the wealthy, Nick. It's the province of you and me and everybody else, basically. Everybody's now getting taxed at a minimum of 40%, basically. It's scandalous. In 2019, it was only 33%. So in the last 5 years, it's gone up nearly 4 or 5%, basically, of your income.
Let me tell you about income tax.
Go on then.
Income tax was created to fund the Napoleonic War as a temporary tax. 200 years later, we're still paying income tax.
We've talked about how money is spent, and there's I've written as much as I could this week. There's loads of stuff I've not even covered, and there's a whole lot of stuff. But one of the interesting things was who used to be the leader of the SDP, who was a Christian. Remember, he got kicked out because he was
Tim Farron.
Tim Farron. So he was talking about money spent on farmers in this country. So we give this every year to farmers, $1.5 billion. We spend $7.5 billion on immigration.
Yep.
So we pay 5 times more for asylum seekers and dealing with immigration than we do to our own farmers to subsidise their crops.
Yep.
Isn't that a scandal?
It's all a scandal.
Yeah.
There's an agency, there's a group of people called, it's on Twitter, it's called Woke Waste. Trigonometry interviewed a woman who runs it the other day. I watched it, and the thing she's discovered what we're spending money on.
Really?
It sounds like a joke.
Yeah.
And it's not all been, a lot of it's not even spent in this country.
Yeah.
We've just funded some guy to research bedwetting in Victorian times, a couple of £1,000. We've just funded some other guy who's not British, who lives in Scandinavia. We've funded him a couple of £1,000 to study the history of male porn. Another one we funded about male sexuality and pigs. And that one's about, and you won't believe what we're funding.
It is. I'd like to at some point do a fuller article on what we're spending our money on and what we should be spending our money on. I am gradually, I think, Nick, getting to the point where I just want to see somebody come in who's going to stop all this crap that we're having to deal with.
That's what we need.
It gets me more and more enraged every week.
I'd like to see someone come in with a new form of austerity, which isn't, we're going to reduce all these budgets. I want someone to come in and go, we're not touching education, we're not touching the NHS, but all this crap goes from that to zero because it all stops today.
Yeah.
That's the sort of austerity I'd like to see.
Yeah.
And I'd like councils being told, well, here's your money, we're not going to tell you what to spend it on because that's down to your electorate. But if you spend it on these things we disagree with, and we're going to knock that money off next year's budget. Yeah. So if you spend £500,000 on gay and lesbian saunas, Well, that's fine. Spend it on that. But next year we knock off £500,000 from your grant. And let's try to get people spending money the way you should be spending money.
I think doing that would be a lot easier than people think it would be.
Yes.
I think that's what you're talking about there is a different manifesto from somebody.
Did you enjoy that video? I think you did. Come on now, hit that bell, subscribe, comment. Let's build this channel. I need more followers, I need more subscribers. Be part of the journey. See you soon.